Hey, Carl.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Good evening or good afternoon, late afternoon, everybody. This is a special meeting of the Groseal Township Board, and we like to start with the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. First topic is public comment. Anybody have any? Kathy Walker. You know the drill.
Okay. Kathy Walker, 26051 Thorpe Court. First of all, thank you for having this in person. Wonderful. It's so nice to be back and get back to things. Secondly, I know there's going to be lots of discussion about the police chief. And I was just wondering if the board would entertain discussion about why and how the decision is made and what the input from the commission is. Because, you know, it's an important facet. And I know I was a commission chairman for 5 years, and you know, you work hard to get this stuff going. So if that could be considered so that could be shared with the public, I think that would be lovely. And again, thank you again for having it in person.
Thanks, Kathy. And that will be done at our August 9th meeting.
Great.
Mr. Flavin, how are you, sir?
Good, thank you. And you?
Okay.
Good. My name is Kevin Flavin, Park Lane, Groseal. First off, I'd like to thank everybody for the board for having a special meeting. I'm assuming that the meeting will be about the police commission. On the July 12th meeting, many unanswered questions regarding the police chief and were left open, and I appreciate that Mr. Porcerelli asked that the police chief, voting for the police chief was taken from the agenda. If you look at social media and just talking with neighbors around the neighborhood, there seems to be a lot of confusion and concern regarding how the police chief was chosen and how the board or how the commission comes to recommend who they recommend for chief. I'm requesting that there be an open meeting take place where the police commission can come and explain to the board and the community the process they use to unanimously choose Lieutenant Pelland as the chief of police. And the police commission should have the opportunity to respond to Mr. Riam's allegations regarding how they did come to the choice of Mr. Pelland or Lieutenant Pelland. The other issue is because of the Delta virus, a number of communities are having a combination of a hybrid combination meeting where they have an open meeting as well as a Zoom part of the meeting, so that people that were not able to get the vaccine or are not able to take the vaccine can still participate and ask questions. Riverview and Trenton are both doing a hybrid Zoom in-person process, and that would probably be a plus for the community. So thank you very much.
You're welcome. And to your comments, the reason there's unanswered questions is at our last meeting we never got to the police chief issue. You know, it was taken off at the beginning, so that's why there weren't anything said about it, because it never became an action item. That it will be an action item on our August 9th meeting, and it'll be discussed. And we're, as far as the Zoom, we are, Zoom versus in person is something that's being discussed right now because there has been an uptick in the virus, and we're getting a lot of, I'm being bombarded daily by Wayne County and some our representatives about not having in-person meetings. So, you know, it's something we're talking about, and I'm talking to the board about. So, anyone else? Mr. Heil. I was to introduce him. You bring music. How you doing, Bill?
Oh, it's real.
Most of my thunder has just been stolen. The idea of a Zoom meeting and a hybrid, a combination of the Zoom meeting, which would allow people who are at home to also make a comment in the meeting.
Excuse me,
As well
Bill.
as people.
Is your microphone on?
Is there a green light on?
Now.
Now. Okay.
I need to
Yeah.
learn how to use this. Thank you.
Problem.
The idea of a hybrid meeting with Zoom and with the community being present here, I think is a good one. And as he mentioned, Mr. Flavin did, it has been used and well received in Riverview and in Trenton, and would probably be well received here. And in a way, as a corollary, and not quite the same, I'm using that also as a tool when we communicate about issues in the future, or for example, something like the police commission itself here and the way the appointments have been recommended. I sometimes speak with word pictures, but if I were to hang a soccer ball from the ceiling, and that was the issue, and it was multicolored, every one of us here could look at that thing and would each have a little different point of view on the issue, would we not? From whatever we wanted to discuss. And I think that we have that kind of a different point of view from a number of people here in the community on the process and the issues that are surrounding the appointment of our police chief. And I think that some clarity on that issue would serve well. And the one magic word for me in all of that is trust. Maybe supporting that is consideration and understanding among people. You don't necessarily have to have everybody agree with you. But if they have understanding, if they have considerate attention to their thoughts, they're more willing to accept and cooperate with what's going on after that. In line with that reasoning, I think it would be wise to ask the commission, the police commission, who have opportunity, they've asked about it in the past, I'm understanding, to publicly express what their thoughts were with what they undertook and why they made the choices that they did. I'm not sure that those people looking at that issue as described would all agree with it, but at least they would have information that they could commonly share and understand, and ultimately the big word is to accept. And so I'm adding a little emphasis to this thought that was previously mentioned. Thank you, Jim.
Thanks, Bill. Anyone else? Mr. Zelasco.
Bob Zelasco, Blauvelt. Just real quick, Jim, with reference to your earlier comments on meetings, can the public look forward to a live public meeting on August 9th?
You don't know yet.
Oh, any idea when you may know that?
Yeah, well, probably this week.
Okay,
Yep.
thank you.
In fact, I hope this week everybody gets back to me and lets me know.
COVID-19 is the reason for this.
That's the reason. I honest to God, I have at least 3 meetings a week with Wayne County or our federal representatives. And one of the main topic of every meeting, even with all the flooding that's been going on and FEMA and this and that, COVID always comes into it, and they're pushing to kind of go backwards. And even though we have the ability to have in-person meetings, as you can see right here today, we also have the ability to have Zoom meetings. And so I'm trying to find out what the board wants to do.
I've heard a lot of comment about this, just in the papers, this COVID-19. It is a major concern right now. The raw numbers are growing exponentially, and exactly what to do about that. There was one of the articles I read, I think it was the Pfizer and Moderna product would be given.
Bill, I'm not, yeah, it's not to do with this meeting, and you're not up at the mic, so I'm going to cut you off. I'm sorry. Anyone else have anything to? With nothing else, we'll close the public comment and move to our next item, which is closed session. I'd entertain a motion. It's moved in support to go into closed session. Roll call vote. Mr. Jarecki.
Present. Groziel.
No.
Yay.
Oh, that's what I was looking for. Mr.
Aye.
Fletcher. Mr. Nadu.
Aye.
Mr. Yeager.
Aye.
Mr. Porcarelli.
Aye.
And I vote aye. So we have the proper votes to go into closed session. We are going to have the closed session in the conference room because this room is going to be used for another meeting. And so take 5 minutes and we will meet in the conference room. Thank you, everybody, for coming. There is, I would say there is nothing after the closed session. There is nothing. So